For today's video, I'm going to be doing a review and demo of the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation. So if you would like to see that, please stay tuned. Okay, so just some general information about this foundation. This is what the bottle looks like, the packaging. I have it in 860, which is classic tan. It is a tad bit light. It matches like the inner parts of my face, but around the edges I like to be a little darker, so I do tend to warm this foundation up with bronzer. So it has nice packaging. It has a clear cap, which I don't like because this tends to get dirty, but that's just an OCD problem. It's not really a huge con, but it does come with a nice pump, and I think the pump functions fairly well. I picked this up at Ulta for about $11 or $12, I believe, so it is a little on the expensive side, but of course you can always find these at drugstores when they're doing their buy one get one half off, and you can get it for a lot cheaper. That's what I would recommend doing. I probably would never spend that money on this again. I did get this. I actually have this foundation, but it's back in New York. I do like it. It gives decent coverage, and it's a nice foundation to be a drugstore foundation. I got it because I figured in some of my videos, if I'm not doing like a tutorial, I can use this foundation because, let's face it, it's a lot cheaper when comparing it to my Lancome foundation, which I believe is $45. So let me read you what the back of the bottle says. It says, all day flawless coverage, lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one. And it does say that it is shine free. I do agree with all the claims that it makes. Of course, shine free to me is a little different because I do have very oily skin, so no foundation is truly going to be shine free for me, but I feel like it does have really good coverage, and it's really blendable, and it gives you a smooth look. So I do like this, but like I said, it is a little lighter than I would like, and since we're getting into the spring and summer months, I do tend to get a little darker. So I'll still be using this, but I will simply just add bronzer to my cheeks and the perimeter of my face just to help myself not look so ghostly. So overall, I really like this foundation. I know they do make this in the Covergirl Queen collection for women of color, but I haven't been able to find those shades at any stores near me, and I'm not sure what shade I would be. So if you can find it, I would say, if you're a woman of color, lighter than me or darker, I would say go for that one. I think this is the second or third to the darkest color. And like I said, it is a little bit too light. It's a good match, but I like my foundation to be a tad bit darker, but that's fine. Like I said, I can work with it. I'm not sure if this is paraben free. I guess that would be another con. I do like paraben free foundation and really just any beauty product, because I think, what did I hear about parabens? I think I heard that they were like synthetic hormones, and I have enough hormones in my body. I don't need any extra hormones, but I really do like this foundation. So let's get into the demo. So the new way that I like to apply foundation is by, of course, starting by pumping it onto the back of my hand. And then what I like to do for more coverage is take a non-dominant finger, usually my middle finger, and I like to place it on the areas where I need the most coverage, and then I will use the brush to blend it out. I do this because I just feel like this gives me better coverage opposed to just applying it straight from the brush to the back of my hand, to the brush from the back of my hand. So, and this, I believe, was a pump or maybe two, I'm not sure. Then I use my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki. This is the brush that I use when I want full coverage with a liquid foundation. So now I'm just going to start stippling. Oops, sorry if my watch is making too much noise. But I don't know if you can see, it is a little light for my face, just a tad bit. It might not even be too light, it might just be the undertone, but I will warm that up with a bronzer. Sorry, let me just take my watch off so that you don't have to be annoyed. So I really found that this application tends to give me a more even coverage, whereas if I would just apply it straight from the back of my hand to the brush and onto my face, I feel like I'm losing too much product in the actual brush. So now I'm going to go back in with some bronzer. So I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals All Over Face color in Warmth, which is what I use most of the time for a bronzer. And I'm just going to kind of warm up the edges of my face so that I don't look so light. This is a trick that I use when any foundation is a little too light. So I'm just gonna go the hollows of my cheeks, around the perimeter. I don't know if you can tell, but it does look more even and natural to my skin tone. So that is basically my review of this foundation in the color Classic Tan 860. I would say if you're around a MAC NC44, this Classic Tan would be too light for you. You could still use it, like I said, if you go in with a bronzer just to darken up some areas of your face so you don't look too bright. But I think the tawny color, the next color higher, is a little too dark. So, you know, it's a trade-off. But for the price and what I'm used to paying with higher end foundations, I will definitely use this and maybe even buy a more inexpensive bronzer so that I can wear this every day and it's not too expensive. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. Let me know some of your favorite drugstore foundations or just foundations in general. It doesn't really matter what your skin type is. I just kind of want to know what people are loving, what they're liking, what they're using, because as much makeup as I have, I'm sadly always in the market for new products. So it would be nice to try something different. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.